Good morning, students. I hope you are studying well. Now we are starting chapter number 1, that is solid state. We'll study in this chapter about especially solid state only, as chapter suggests. But arrangement of atoms in solid, how many types of solids are there, and in CBSE board it is not there. This is not in syllabus, but in Gujarat board it is there. While NEET G exams will find questions from this solid state. Okay. Now, what are general characteristics of solid state? Uh, you had studied in smaller classes, 9, 10th, 8, 9, 10th, even in 7th standard, some basic characteristics of solid state. As you know how the physical state exists, maybe means a state will be solid, liquid or gas. It depends on two factors. You have studied in 11th standard that which state exists will depend on two factors. First is about thermal energy of the molecules, and second is about intermolecular attraction force. If intermolecular attraction force is more, thermal energy is less, then solid state will exist. Intermolecular attraction force means molecules are compactly packed. Their thermal energy is very less. They cannot move here and there. Their position is fixed. That state is known as solid state. If thermal energy of molecule is more and intermolecular attraction is very less, then that state is called gaseous state. And when intermolecular attraction force and thermal energy of molecules are comparatively similar, almost similar, then which state of matter exists? Liquid state. So solid state exists when the temperature is low, means thermal energy is low, and intermolecular attraction force between constituent particles are very high, means they are so close, they are cling to each other, they occupy fixed position, they can only oscillate at their mean positions, they cannot move freely like gaseous state. That state is known as solid state. They have definite mass, definite volume, they have definite shape. Intermolecular distances are very less, means they are compactly packed. Intermolecular forces are very strong as molecules are very near to each other. What are the constituent particles in solids? They may be atoms, they may be molecules, or they may be ions. And their positions are fixed. They only vibrate at their mean position. They only oscillate at their mean positions. They are compressible and they are rigid. Incompressible, sorry. We cannot compress them because they won't have any intermolecular space between them. So they are incompressible and rigid. These are few common, physical properties of solid state. Now, how many types of solids are there? There are two types of solids, that are amorphous solids and crystalline solids. What is the basic difference between crystalline and amorphous solids? See in the diagram. In crystalline solids, there is regular pattern of arrangement of constituent particles. Blue ball jo dikh rahe hain, they are constituent particles of solids and they are arranged in very well defined order. Ekdam perfect order mein arranged hai. And this type of solid is amorphous solids. Atoms are randomly arranged. Game ત્યાં arrange થઈ ગયા છે. So basic difference between amorphous and crystalline solid is regarding arrangement of constituent particle. If constituent particles are arranged in perfectly ordered manner, then it is crystalline solid. And if constituent particles are arranged random way, then it is called amorphous solid. जैसे क्लासरूम होता है और टीचर अगर वहां है तो आप सब एकदम ऑर्डर्ड वे में बैठे होते हैं. जैसे ही टीचर बेल हुआ, टीचर बाहर जाएगा, बच्चे अपनी जगह से उठ के इधर उधर घूमेंगे, तो उसको बोलते हैं अपन random state. So initially when teacher is present in the class, it is crystalline solid, and when teacher move out and all students moving here and there in the classroom, then they are called amorphous solid. So basic difference is arrangement of constituent particles. Clear? Crystalline solids, the example are sodium chloride, quartz, so many examples are there. While amorphous solids, glass, silica, rubber, plastic, these are the examples of amorphous solids. So they have very short distance, perfectly ordered arrangement. ऐसे 2-3 एटम देखे तो ऐसे लगता है हाँ ऑर्डर अरेंजमेंट है, लेकिन बहुत ज्यादा ऐसे देखा जाए तो कोई ऑर्डर अरेंजमेंट होता नहीं है ना. और इसमें एकदम लॉन्ग रेंज तक perfectly ordered arrangement है. So they are called crystalline solids. Random arrangement solids are known as amorphous solids. Okay. There are some properties of crystalline and amorphous solids. We'll discuss one by one. First is regarding melting points. Crystalline solids have sharp melting point. जैसे water एक crystalline solid है, उसका melting point 0 degree fix होता है. Sodium chloride, crystalline solid, it has fixed melting point. जबकि जो amorphous solids होते हैं, they become soft over a range of temperature. They do not have any fixed melting point. कि एक particular temperature ऊपर melt થઈ જાય એવું નહીં. ધીમે 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 melt થાય, soft થાય, પછી melt થાય, एकदम melt નથી થતા. So amorphous solids do not have fixed melting points. On heating, they become crystalline at some temperature. Amorphous solids can be converted into crystalline solids by heating them at a specific temperature. दूसरी बात, कुछ ग्लास ऑब्जेक्ट्स हमने एंशिएंट सिविलाइजेशंस में देखे हैं, मिल्की हो जाते हैं अपीयरेंस में और बॉटम पे जो है वो थोड़े से थिकर हो जाते हैं. देखो ये ऐसे बहुत पुरानी बिल्डिंग होगी तो ये ग्लास ऐसे ट्रांसलूसेंट टाइप हो जाते हैं, मिल्की जैसे हो जाते हैं, ट्रांसपेरेंट नहीं है. जब लगाए होंगे तब एकदम ट्रांसपेरेंट होंगे, लेकिन बहुत सालों बाद, इसलिए बोल रहा है एंशिएंट सिविलाइजेशन में ये जो ग्लासेस है वो कैसे हो जाते हैं, मिल्की हो जाते हैं. और इनका जो बॉटम है ना वो थोड़ा थिक हो जाता है. ऐसा क्यों होता है? बिकॉज ग्लास इज अमॉर्फस सॉलिड्स and amorphous solids are not rigid. That's why they are called pseudo solids or supercooled liquids. Amorphous solids have tendency to flow very slow, ऐसे पानी की तरह flow नहीं करेंगे, but they have ability to flow. They are not true solids. What they are known as? They are pseudo solids. So कोई आपसे पूछे कि what are true solids? Crystalline solids are true solids. Amorphous solids are not true solids. They can flow. Solids तो rigid होते हैं, वो थोड़ी flow करते हैं, लेकिन amorphous solids can flow. उसका example है old these glass apparatus. They turns milky and at the bottom they become thicker. क्यों thick हो जाते हैं? जब दिन में sunlight होगा तो धीरे धीरे ये melt होते हैं, flow होते हैं नीचे, और धीरे 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 जैसे जैसे flow होंगे वैसे वैसे नीचे thick हो जाएगा. ये कोई 1-2 दिन में नहीं होता, 2-4 साल में नहीं होता. हमने घर में ग्लास लगाए तो वो हम तो सारी जिंदगी 60 साल के हुए तब तक देखेंगे तो नीचे से थिक नहीं होंगे, है ना. तो बहुत टाइम लगता है, एकदम से नहीं मेल्ट होते. इसलिए बोल रहे हैं वो एंशिएंट सिविलाइजेशन में ऐसा देखते हैं कि बहुत पुरानी कोई बिल्डिंग है तो उसके जो ग्लासेस है वो कैसे हो जाते हैं, मिल्की, और उनके जो बॉटम है वो कैसे हो जाते हैं, थिकर. सो वी कैन से दैट amorphous solids are pseudo solids or supercooled liquids, while crystalline solids are true solids. Crystalline solids have sharp melting point. Amorphous solids have a range of melting point. Next property of this solid is anisotropic and isotropic. What do you mean by anisotropic and isotropic? There are some properties of solids like electrical resistance, refractive index. You are aware of these properties. Mechanical strength. These are the properties of solid. If these properties are measured around particular direction, then in amorphous solids, they are isotropic. Why they are called isotropic? Because there is no long range order in them and arrangement is irregular along all the directions. Therefore, value of any physical property would be same along all direction. देखो क्या मतलब है इसका? जैसे ये है हमारा crystalline solid. First diagram. This is crystalline solid. This one. इसमें क्या है? ये इसने देखो ये arrangement of atoms है जो ring बनाई हुई है benzene type. These are the atoms. Now properties are measured along x-axis, 3 axes are shown, along y-axis and along z-axis. See the shape cut that is different. I-axis ऊपर जो shape cut करे तो આવી રીતના cut થાય છે. Y-axis ऊपर z-axis ऊपर cut करे तो આવી રીતના એ અડધું થાય. Z-axis ऊपर cut करे છે તો આવી રીતના cut થાય છે. Means if we measure these properties along x, y and z-axis, the constituent particles come along the path are different. So these properties, if measured in different directions, the properties will be different. ये property कहलाती है crystalline solid की anisotropic. So crystalline solids are anisotropic. What do you mean by anisotropic? If physical properties are measured in different directions, then these property will be different. While in amorphous solid, सब जगह से random arrangement है. आप किसी भी direction में जाओगे random arrangement ही मिलने वाला है. इसलिए आप किसी भी direction में अगर properties measure करोगे तो that properties will be same. Because everywhere it is irregular arrangement. So if we measure properties like electrical resistance or refractive index in any direction in amorphous solids, the value will be same. So we can say that amorphous solids are isotropic while crystalline solids are anisotropic. Okay. Next property, cleavage property. अगर अपन crystalline solid को एक sharp knife से कट करें और एक amorphous solid को कट करें तो जैसा डायग्राम में दिख रहा है इसमें बिल्कुल स्मूथ कट होता है, एकदम स्मूथ, शार्प नाइफ से अगर काटे तो. और अमॉर्फस सॉलिड को अगर कट करेंगे भले शार्प नाइफ होगा हमारे पास तो भी उसका जो कटेड पोर्शन होगा वो एकदम अनइवन सरफेस वाला होगा. आपने ग्लास देखा होगा, ग्लास अगर जमीन पे गिर के टूट जाए या अपन भी बाय द वे उसको कट करते हैं तो उसका जो कट वाला पोर्शन होता है जहां से कट किया होता है उस सरफेस को आप छू के देखिएगा, उसमें बिल्कुल इरेगुलर होता है, एकदम खरबचड़ होता है, क्या आडू अबड़ू अड़ाई जाए तो खून आ जाए भले. लेकिन क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिड में कैसे होता है, अगर आप शार्प नाइफ से इसको कट कर रहे हो तो जो कट वाला सरफेस होता है वो एकदम स्मूथ होता है. So in cleavage property also, crystalline solids, new surface generated is very smooth and plain, while in amorphous solid, it does not show any cleavage property, means perfect cut नहीं होता है उसमें, uneven surface जैसा होता है. Clear? These are the differences of, we can say, crystalline solids and amorphous solids. So what are crystalline solids and amorphous solids? Crystalline solids are the solids which have perfectly ordered arrangement. They have sharp melting point. They are showing anisotropic properties, means if properties are measured in different directions, the properties will be different. While they show cleavage property, one more property, that is heat of fusion. The amount of heat required to convert 1 mole solid into liquid. So crystalline solids have fixed heat of fusion, while amorphous solids, they do not have fixed heat of fusion. Okay. And what are amorphous solids? They do not have fixed heat of fusion. Arrangement of particles in amorphous solids are irregular. Then they do not have sharp melting point. And what type of property shown by them? Isotropic. What do you mean by isotropic? Isotropic are the properties which measured, when physical properties measured in different directions, these properties will be same. And cleavage property is not shown by amorphous solids, means when it is cut with a sharp edge like knife, then its cutted part is not smooth or plain like original one. So they do not show any cleavage property. These are the basic differences between amorphous and crystalline solids. Examples of crystalline solids are sodium chloride, ice and all, while examples of amorphous solids are glass, rubber, plastic, they all are amorphous solids. Okay? Amorphous solids can be converted into crystalline solids by heating them or by at a specific temperature. Now in next lecture, we will study about classification of crystalline solids. How many types of crystalline solids are there? That we will study later on.